There was a young boy who couldn't go to bed if his closet door was left open. He always ran over to close it before bedtime. One night he woke up and found the door cracked open. He remembered closing it before bed. He sat there staring at the dark line leading into the closet. It felt like he was staring back at someone that he couldn't see. The young boy climbed out of bed and hurried over to the closet. He pulled the door shut and ran back to his bed. He sat in bed staring at the door for a long period of time. Just as his eyes gotten heavy, he saw the doorknob turn slightly. He squinted his eyes thinking he must have just thought he saw the doorknob move. The door then opens up. The boy sits in bed wide-eyed and shocked. Dozens of evil red eyes glow staring back at him within the darkness of the closet. The boy leaps out of bed and runs out of his bedroom, down the hallway, and into his parents' bedroom. The boy cried and shouted that he will not go back to his room. His father tried to calm the kid down, but the boy wouldn't stop acting out. The boy's mother, angered at her son, told him to shut up and that she can't deal with his crybaby ways. She stormed out of the room telling her son she will check the closet. The boy's mother made it to the bedroom. She sees that the closet door is closed. She opens it up and looks inside. She pushes the clothes on hangers to the side and moves other things around. "I don't see anything," she shouts out. Father walks into the room and takes a look himself, reassuring there is no issue. "No more scary movies, okay?" the boy's father says to him. The kid tells his parents he doesn't watch scary movies and that he really did see monsters in the closet. The boy's mother was fed up with her son acting out. She just wanted to sleep. She has a big day in the morning. The kid was always complaining about the closet, and she just wanted him to get over it. The father closed the closet door, then told his wife he will stay the night with their son. She told him to stop babying him. He needs to grow up. The wife sighed and kissed her son on the forehead. "You need to stop this nonsense. If you keep acting like a crybaby kid at school, they will see you weak. You'll be made fun of. You need to be strong like your father and like your big brother. Get some sleep now," she says. She gave the boy's dad a disgruntled look. She rolled her eyes at her husband, then left the bedroom. That night, the boy slept well with his father there. In the morning, the boy woke to hear his mother arguing with his father over not taking her side. She was slamming pots and pans and yelling loudly. The kid could hear his father trying to defuse the situation. It was too much. The boy put his pillow over his ears and cried. Just then, the closet door slowly opened. The boy heard it, and his eyes darted to the dark space in the cracked door. He was shocked. The sun is out. Why is it happening now? There is no darkness to hide the creatures. He'll see them in their natural state. The thought of seeing that scared him even more. He played asleep. He tried his hardest to pretend like he was in a deep sleep. Every inch of his well-being he forced to stay still and not show he was aware of them. He could hear footsteps on the floor getting closer and closer. As they came closer and closer on both sides of the bed, some crawling up on the bed sheets, sounds of grunts and disgusting groans. The boy's heart raced in his chest, his mind forcibly telling him to open his eyes. He knew he couldn't. It would probably scare him to death. The breath of the creatures tattering on his face, and the smell of dead fish and some other ratchet scent hit his nose. The boy started to feel like he was in immediate danger. One of the creatures' mouth gotten close to his left ear. The boy could feel its breath in his ear. Then it spoke.
I know you're awake.
The boy screams, darting out of his bed. As he ran out of his room, he saw that he was alone. But the closet door was wide open. He didn't care. He dashed for it. He shut his bedroom door and ran downstairs to his parents. He made his way to his father and grabbed his leg as he was standing in the kitchen, and the boy cried that the monsters tried to get him. The older brother laughed at his little brother. The older brother sat eating waffles and eggs. The boy's mother grabbed her son by the arm and told him to grow up. She yanked the kid away from his father and made the boy follow her back to his room. As they both were on their way back to the bedroom, the mother was complaining on how it is unnecessary for a 10-year-old kid to be scared of a closet. The boy begged his mother to let him go, but she was fed up. The boy's father was going to be late for work, so he left, shouting out to his family he was leaving. Once the two got to the bedroom, the boy's mother saw that the closet door is closed. The boy's eyes widened because he knew it was open when he fled the room earlier. He tried to make a run for it, but his mother forced him to the door. "Open it!" she shouted. The boy stood rubbing his eyes. He shook his head no. "Mommy, please, don't make me. Please, Mommy," the boy begged. From behind the two of them, the boy's older brother walked in, seeing his little brother being shoved to open the closet door. The older brother felt he needed to step in to show his little brother there is nothing to be afraid of. He didn't like how his mother was treating his little brother, so he walked over and opened the door. Just as he did, his mother stepped aside with his little brother. The older brother looked inside, and tears streamed down his cheeks. The look in his eyes were of horror. Just as he turned to look at his mother and little brother, he was pulled inside. His body was yanked away so fast, it looked unnatural. He looked like a loose doll. The closet door slammed shut, and the older brother could be heard yelling and screaming for help. His mother grabbed the doorknob and started turning it, and she tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. "Mom, they're biting me!" her son cried out from inside. The little boy stepped away, backing out of the room, shaking in fear. His mother let go of the doorknob as she heard her eldest son let out a blood-curdling scream. The closet door then opened. The boy's mother looked inside. She didn't see anything inside. Nothing. Her son was gone. She stood up trembling and told her youngest to get out of the house. The little boy didn't listen. He wouldn't leave her. She turned to him once more and told him to leave. She cautiously walked over to the closet and peeked inside. Only in view were hanging clothes, tennis shoes on the floor, some toys, and some school books. The mother called the police, and the police searched the entire house. There was no sign of her son. She would never see him again. Every night since that day, the little boy and his mother would not sleep in a room with a closet. The new house they moved into, the family had the closets removed, and in place they added dressers. The two of them were traumatized. The father had a hard time sleeping as well. He figured his wife and youngest son had gone mad. But he stood by them and helped them seek help through their problems. Even took them to see their psychologist for professional help. The father walked into the bedroom, seeing his son sleeping next to his mother. The two looked at peace. He left the room and went to the kitchen. He left the light off as he maneuvered in the dark. He could still see from the moonlight casting into windows of the house and some of the lights from the kitchen. appliance gave their own glow. He grabbed a bottle of water from the fridge, then took a seat at the dining room table. He sat, pondering on how his wife and son could come up with such a story. It just didn't make any sense. Just as he took a third sip of water, he noticed one of the pantry doors slowly open up in the kitchen. The man froze as he couldn't take his eyes off the pantry door. Dozens of small little red eyes glowed from the slight crack of the opening. The man could not move a muscle. He just stared in horror. In the morning, there was no sight of the father, just a half-empty bottle of water sitting in the kitchen on the dining room table.